Hi, I'm James Robinson, and this is my stock pick of the week. Today's pick is NuSkin Symbol NUS. Before we go any further, I want to just let you know that if you want to get real-time information when I buy and sell a stock, the place to do that is on my Twitter handle. I don't always have time to make a video immediately when I buy a stock, but I will always post about it on Twitter when I do. My Twitter handle is @RobinsonStocks. You'll find real-time information on trades. You'll find updates when I post videos there. You'll also find, if I find an article or YouTube video that I think is interesting and related to what we're talking about here, I'll often post those articles on Twitter as well. So please look there. Secondly, I want to thank everybody who subscribed to me. I really do appreciate it. Got about 325 subscribers now. It's kind of growing every month. I know I'm never going to be a 1 million subscriber page, but it's kind of fun knowing that there's people out there watching these videos. Also, about 60 of you have told me where you're following me from, and you can see from these dots that it's all over the world, which is really gratifying. I'd like to get more people from America to tell me where they're from, because I don't get many of those, and I'm still waiting for my first subscriber from Africa. So if you're out there following me from Zimbabwe or Egypt or Madagascar, drop me a line. I'd love to hear about it. So as always, when I do a stock, I break I break it down into 5 videos. The first one is an overview where I just tell you fundamentally a little bit about the company, how I've analyzed it and how it ranks up for me. The next video that I will do is on operations, which is how good a job a company does at delivering goods and services to their customers. I then look at the balance sheet, which looks at the company's debt and also looks at their assets and compares them to figure out how safe the company is in the long run. I look at the company's dividends, which is not just what they pay in dividends, but how safe I find those dividends to be in terms of their ability to continue to pay them, hopefully maybe increase them over time. And finally, I look at wealth creation, which is how good a job the company does in creating wealth for us, the shareholders, whether through dividends, stock repurchases, paying down debt, et cetera, et cetera. So again, this is part 1, and there'll be 4 more videos over the next few days. So in terms of what NuSkin does, they provide a number of goods and services in the health and wellness and personal appearance, if you will, categories. So they do skincare systems, including Age LLC, Me, which is customized skincare systems. They also do Epoch products, which is uses botanical ingredients for skincare. They have nutritional supplements and weight management systems, as well as other anti-aging things. In addition, they provide research and product development for the skincare products they do. They have 75 scientists in their several research facilities constantly looking for better ways to create skincare and these other kind of products. The company does operate retail stores and service centers in mainland China. It sells its products under the NuSkin, PharmaRx, and Age LLC brands. The company promotes and sells its products directly as well as through distributors and its website. NuSkin Enterprises was founded in 1984, and it's headquartered in Provo, Utah, and the company is just under 5,000 employees. As of February 15th, 2021, the company had a market cap of $2.4 billion. They have about $2.5 billion in revenues. They make profit of about $191 million. Their PE ratio is really nice. It's 13.45. They provide a 3% dividend yield. The company's total debt is about $500 million, so it's not zero, but it's not bad. Another thing that I'm going to start adding in here is looking at whether or not the companies I'm suggesting you invest in are S&P 500 components. I recently did a video where I talked about the Nifty 50 and compared to the S&P 500, and I've really decided that the S&P 500 is bloated as a result of all these index funds, and so I'm going to be slanting my research and my picks towards companies that are not members of the S&P 500. That doesn't mean I wouldn't buy an S&P 500 company. If there's a great opportunity, I will, of course, buy it. But all things considered, I'd prefer to be not buying non-S&P 500 companies for the next little while. So again, this company is not a member of the S&P 500. As I say every time I do one of these overview videos, I analyze companies in 30 categories, 29 categories rather. 9 of them are operating, so how good they deliver, how well a job they do of delivering goods and services to their customers. 10 of them are financial, which is how much debt they have and how much risk they have and how well managed, how good a job they do of managing that risk. And finally, the last one is management. I look at management's job is to create wealth for the shareholders. And so I look at how good a job the company does at creating wealth for the shareholders. So I look at those 3 categories. The operating for this company, I try and look for companies that have a grade of 3.0 or higher. I grade on a scale of 1 to 4, and I try and look for companies that have a grade of 3.0 or higher. I don't always find that, but I certainly like that in the average. The grade for operating this company is a little bit lower at 2.89%, but the management is at 3%, and the GPA for financial is significantly above 3.0. When you add it all up, it comes to an average GPA of 3.07, which is a score of 89, and that ranks it the 139th highest of the 895 companies I'm currently charting. If you remember, I started out with 1,000 companies, but I had to get rid of a bunch of those companies because they were no longer in business or there'd been mergers. So I currently am charting about 895 companies. So that does it for NuSkin. It's trading at 13.5 times earnings with a 3.11% yield. I like that a lot. It's in an industry that I think continues to grow. People seem to be obsessed with weight loss and skincare and those kinds of things. They also tend to be reasonably high margin businesses. So I like that quite a bit. The company has very little debt. It's not a member of the S&P 500. And for all of those reasons and the things that we'll talk about in the next videos, I think it's an investment that you might want to consider adding to your portfolio. Thanks for your time.